Today, we're making one of Japan's sweetest and chewiest treats, Dango! But we're not stopping at just one flavor. I'll show you 5 delicious ways to enjoy these dessert balls, from sweet red beans to a special parfait twist. And it's easier than you think. Let's get started. Here's a fun fact. Dango are chewy rice dumplings that have been a favorite Japanese treat for centuries, traditionally enjoyed during festivals and tea time. Let's start with the main base, the Dango balls first. We'll need shiratamako, which is a special type of glutinous rice flour that makes the ball soft and chewy. You can find it at your local Asian grocery store or online. To make the dangos, add about 3/4 cup of shiratamako to a bowl. Then pour in warm water, about 6 tablespoons total. Start with just half the water first and mix. Once the dough starts coming together, add the rest a little at a time until it reaches the right texture. You don't want to add all the water at once, because if it gets too soft, you'll need to add more shiratamako to fix it. But if it's too dry or crumbly, just add a tiny splash of water and keep kneading. The goal is a smooth, soft dough that's slightly sticky, kind of like an earlobe. Once it feels right, roll it into small, bite-sized balls, about 1 tablespoon each. Try to keep them all the same size so they cook evenly. Next, bring a pot of water to a boil and gently drop the dango in. Give them a light stir so they don't stick together. When the balls float to the top, keep boiling for another 1 or 2 minutes to make sure they're cooked through. Then transfer them to a bowl of cold water for a minute to cool and firm up. Now that our plain dango are done, let's make one variation, Matcha dango. These have a beautiful green color and a hint of earthy flavor from the green tea powder. In a clean bowl, add about 3/4 cup of shiratamako and 1½ teaspoons of matcha powder. Then, just like before, slowly add about 6 tablespoons of warm water. Start with half first, then add the rest little by little until the dough comes together. If it feels too crumbly, add a few more drops of water. You want that same soft, smooth texture. Roll the dough into small, even balls, about the same size as before. And boil them until they float. Let them cook 1 more minute. Then transfer to cold water for about a minute to cool and firm up. Now we've got both our plain and matcha dango balls ready to go. The perfect base for 5 delicious toppings. First, let's make the sweet red beans, also known as anko. This is one of Japan's most traditional dessert toppings, and it's easier to make than you might think. You can get azuki beans at your local Asian grocery store or order them online. Start with about 1¼ cups of red beans. Rinse them well. Then place them in a pot and cover with water. Turn the heat to medium and bring to a boil. This first boil helps clean and soften the beans. Once it boils, remove the lid and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Then drain and rinse the beans again. Next, return the beans to the pot and add fresh water, just enough to cover them. Bring it back to a boil, then simmer uncovered for about 50 minutes. Every 15 minutes or so, check the water level and add a little more if needed, just enough to keep the beans submerged. After 50 minutes, turn off the heat, cover the pot, and let the beans steam for 30 minutes. This helps them finish cooking gently and evenly. Now add a cup of sugar. A helpful tip is to add it in 3 parts. Add the first third, stir gently to combine, then add the second third. Stir again. And finally, add the last third. This helps the sugar blend evenly and keeps the beans from breaking too much. Don't forget a pinch of salt to balance the sweetness. Turn the heat back on low and simmer until most of the liquid has evaporated. You want a thick, glossy mixture with just a little moisture left. The beans should hold their shape, but be coated in that sweet, syrupy paste. Once it's thick and rich, turn off the heat and let it cool slightly. And that's your homemade anko. Now it's time for the fun part, topping our dango with the sweet red beans we just made. Start with a plain dango. Place 3 to 5 balls in a small bowl or plate, depending on how many you're serving. Then, spoon a generous portion of your homemade anko right over the top. You want it thick and glossy, coating the dango without sliding off too much. Next, let's do the same with our matcha dango. Place the green tea balls in a bowl and top each group with a spoonful of the sweet red beans. You can serve these warm or at room temperature. The chewy dango and sweet glossy beans make the perfect combination every time. With our first topping done, we're ready to move on to something with a little extra crunch. Glazed sesame dango. This is another classic way to enjoy your chewy rice balls. Start with 2 or 3 tablespoons of black or white sesame seeds. In a dry pan over medium heat, toast them for 1 to 2 minutes until fragrant. Then transfer to a bowl and set aside. Now for the glaze. In a small saucepan, combine water, sugar, salt, and honey. Heat gently over low to medium heat, stirring constantly until the sugar melts and the mixture turns into a light syrup, glossy but not dark or thick. Quickly roll each dango ball in the warm syrup to coat lightly. Then immediately roll in the toasted sesame seeds before the glaze sets. Sweet, nutty, and glossy, these are as satisfying to look at as they are to eat. Now it's time for a classic favorite, mitarashi dango. This sauce is glossy, slightly thick, and perfectly coats the chewy rice ball. Start by combining 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of water, and 1 tablespoon of honey in a small saucepan. Heat gently over low-medium heat, stirring until the sugar dissolves. Next, we need to thicken the sauce in 2 steps for a smooth, glossy finish. For the first slurry, take half tablespoon of cornstarch and mix it with 1 tablespoon of water. Slowly stir it into the warm sauce. Then, make a second slurry exactly the same and stir into the sauce. This gradual addition ensures the sauce thickens without lumps, giving you a perfectly glossy, rich glaze. Finally, brush or drizzle the sweet soy glaze over your cooked dango balls. Look at that shine! Simple, sweet, and irresistible. With the savory sweet mitarashi glaze done, we've got just one more treat. A fun parfait twist using our dango and sweet red beans. Start with a small glass and place 2 to 3 dango balls at the bottom. Next, spoon in 2 to 3 tablespoons of sweet red beans. This adds a rich, sweet flavor that pairs perfectly with the chewy rice balls. Then, top it all with a generous layer of whipped cream. You can get creative here. Add a drizzle of mitarashi sauce or a sprinkle of toasted sesame seeds for extra flair. All 5 desserts are ready. Now the best part. Let's dig in and see how delicious they are. Wow, they look so good. Look at that one. Wow, look at that soy sauce glaze, sesame, the parfait, and then the ones in the back are the same, except that one's got the green tea, the matcha tea inside the ball. All right, let's try this. This is like dessert heaven. Oh my goodness. I literally don't know where to start. Which one first? Let's go with the basic one first. This is the classic, the red bean with the balls. Let's try that one first. Let's try one of these. Wow, those balls are so fresh. I can taste the dough in there. It's so wonderful. I buy this in Japan sometimes, and this tastes better because it's so fresh. All right, next one. Let's just try the green tea one because it's the same topping. That is amazing. That is truly amazing. I can taste the green tea inside the ball. Oh, it's so good. You know what? I may put green tea, the matcha powder, that green tea powder, I may put that in other things too to try. Okay, this was great. Oh my gosh, let's do the sesame because the sesame next is not as goopy as the other one, I think. Look at that. Look at that, it's caked in all over. Look at that. All right, here we go. Wow, that is really good. The glaze is on the inside, and the sesame seeds give it a crunch on the outside, kind of a nutty flavor. That is fantastic. Okay, 2 more. Now this one, look at that. Look how cool that looks. So when you make your sauce, you want to make sure the sauce is thick, that it's not like a pool that slides down like syrup. You want it to stop. It's got a glaze at the top. You can glaze the whole ball. Like in Japan, they glaze the whole ball. I just wanted you to be able to see the white ball there too. So let's try one of these. That tastes just like what you buy at the store in here in Japan. It's got that thick, it's got a full body, like sweet soy sauce taste on top. It's really, really good. I love it. I love it. In fact, it tastes better than what we buy at the store because the dough ball is so fresh. Okay, here we go. Last one is our parfait. See that? We got the whipped cream on top. We've got the red beans here, the sweet red beans, and then we got the balls at the bottom. The balls at the bottom. Look at that. That looks good. Okay, this one, I'm not gonna use chopsticks. I'm gonna use a spoon. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna dig down. I'm gonna have to dig down and grab a piece of everything. That is like pure heaven. That is so delicious. The whipped cream on top, the sweet red beans, and the fresh dough ball, it blends so well together. It is so delicious. That is fantastic. That is really, really good. I hope you can get these ingredients at your Asian supermarket and give this a try. Let me know in the comments below how it turns out. This is so good. You've got to try it. If this recipe was helpful, please like and subscribe to support this channel. Until next week, sayonara!